I'm Dr. Sharon Gorman. Hopefully you saw me in a video 2 or 3 months ago when you first started, and now I'm back because you hit the first milestone. I always found that it's very important at this point in your care to actually sit down and talk to people. Talk to them because this is the time where you're going to make some decisions about your future health. So let me tell you about me. I got into chiropractic because of my uncle Howard Cantor. He practiced for many years in Rockaway, New Jersey. One day we got into a conversation about people just like you that are at this point of their care that you are today. He told me that at this phase of care, one of 3 things is happening with a person. Either they feel better, they feel the worse, or they feel the same, right? And basically, if you don't understand why this is, often you won't continue care. So let's explore 3 options. The most common, so you came in with an ache or pain and now it's gone. Congratulations, that's what we were hoping for. We were hoping that your body would express health and the symptom, which is your body's way of telling you something is going on, would no longer need to be expressed. Remember my example of hammering a nail into the wall? If you hit your fingers with the hammer, the first thing that would happen is that you would get a symptom and often start bleeding. Soon after the bleeding would stop and your body would start healing itself, and then the symptom would start to go away. In your case, that is what's happening. The symptom is gone or starting to go away because the symptom is your fire alarm. It's your body's way of telling you that something was wrong. Now it doesn't need the fire alarm. Thank God. None of us like symptoms. None of us. I hope they are gone. But the next scenario is that you don't feel better. That usually means that the subluxation's been there for a really long time. If it has been there for a really long time, it might take longer for the symptom to go away because your body is still trying to slow you down. I remember years ago we remodeled our kitchen. We took out the cabinets and the appliances and we started to pull up the floor, and oh my God, it was horrendous. It looked terrible. But eventually we put it all back together and it looked better than ever. That's sort of what happens with your body. It could feel worse before it feels better. It could look worse before it feels better. But we're not treating the symptom. We're actually allowing the body to express itself. Sometimes it even slows itself down even more so it could heal. That might be happening. That doesn't happen very often, but it does happen, and that's why we warn you on the first visit that you might feel worse after your first adjustment, like you might feel worse before your first workout, or after your first workout, I should say, with a new trainer. We often warn someone that is prone to headaches that after your first adjustment, you might get a headache. We don't want them to get a headache, but sometimes that happens. When we reduce the pressure on their brainstem, their body tries to slow them down. The headache doesn't feel good, but to us, it's not really a bad sign. Usually after the first few adjustments, the changes to the nervous system aren't as traumatic, and the changes occur slow, and the symptoms rarely pop up. In a rare case, we might need to alter our chiropractic technique to accommodate your needs, so it is important to communicate to us what's going on in your body. The third scenario is maybe the worst, to tell you the truth, which is that nothing happens, no changes with your original symptoms. That can be caused too by several things. It could be caused because the subluxation has been there so long that it's taking longer to heal, or that you are continuing to do the things that subluxated you in the first place. So we remove the subluxation and you go back to doing whatever it was that caused the subluxation, and the subluxation comes back again. But the adjustments are cumulative, and eventually your body will build up even when you're doing most of the activities that cause subluxations. Rest assured, though, that no adjustment is ever lost, just like no workout is ever lost. It is even more important that you build your body up if you have to keep doing those things and that you used to do. For example, if it's part of your job or lifestyle that you aren't ready to change. It doesn't mean you aren't going to get well. It means it might take longer. So then my uncle and I, we got onto the conversation about what do you do in all these 3 scenarios? Do we dismiss a patient who still has pain? Or one that doesn't have pain? Or one whose pain hasn't changed? Well, the answer is no. Just like if you were going to the gym, they wouldn't tell you to stop going to the gym because you built up some muscle. You know what would happen if you stopped going to the gym. You would start back in the other direction. Well, if you never had stress again in your life, your subluxations would stay removed, but that's not what life is. Life is stressful. Subluxations are always occurring. That is why we recommend that people stay under chiropractic care just like they keep brushing their teeth. You don't stop brushing your teeth when your dentist tells you have no cavities. This is the time when you continue. You continue to take care of yourself. So if somebody feels better, we don't tell you to stop care. If someone feels worse, we obviously don't tell you to stop care. And you need to continue. And if somebody feels the same, we tell them to continue care. Do you notice a pattern here? Well, I pride myself in being honest with you, and I'm being honest with you now. I believe with every fiber of my being that everyone should be under regular chiropractic care, even when the symptom is gone, no matter what's going on with your symptoms. It's like you had a rope tied around your aorta and you didn't have any symptoms in your heart. Would you be better with that rope on or off? Well, that's ridiculous, of course. You would be better without the rope around your aorta. What if you have a subluxation? You have a bone pressing on a nerve, shutting off the expression of life from your brain cell to your tissue cell. How long do you want that to continue? Well, obviously not very long, but how would you know if you have a subluxation? Subluxations are mostly painless. Matter of fact, you probably had the subluxation that brought you into the office for years before you even thought of going to the chiropractor. That is like not going to the dentist until you have a toothache. And usually by the time you have a toothache, the tooth is already rotten. That is why it is important to get chiropractic care regularly. Most of our patients get checked every week or two, and some go a whole month if they're living a healthy lifestyle. I mean, think about it. The better you take care of yourself, the less emotional stress you're under, the more often you exercise, the better your diet is. All these things go into helping you hold your adjustment longer. Our goal is that you hold your adjustment and you keep those nerve channels open, and that you don't wait until the hammer hits the nail again and causes symptoms again. That is my goal in making this video. I want you to get that this is the only body you will get, and it is so important to take care of it because you don't get another chance. The regular chiropractic care, you can express life and live a healthier life, not only when you have symptoms or you don't. So what would have you come when you don't have symptoms? What is this philosophy? It's all about the chiropractic philosophy. That's what's important to understand. That's the reason people continue with chiropractic care. It's not really whether they feel better or not. It's how their body works that matters to them. And by continuing care, it's a choice they get to make for themselves and often their family. You see, if you notice, most of the people who come into this office, they come in with their whole family. They don't look too sick either. The reason is because chiropractic works. And you'll want it for them too. As you notice that your body is working better, your resistance is better. As your body is connected, it can deal with life better. You're going to want that for your whole family. I've got to be honest with you. I have 7 chiropractors in my family, and 4 of my relatives are in chiropractic school right now. That is actually very common with chiropractors, believe it or not. Why do you think that is? Why do you think so many chiropractors have kids that become chiropractors? Like in my case, 3 of my 4 kids are in chiropractic school right now. It's because chiropractic is a way of life. We look at life a little different than everyone else. Most look at healing their bodies from the outside in by using drugs and surgery. They try to heal their lives from the outside in too. Chiropractors look at life from the inside out. Physically, we get adjusted when our bodies are out of alignment. We listen to our inner voice. We look inside for answers to life's questions. We don't always look outside for answers. We don't look towards outside substances like alcohol, drugs, or excessive foods. This is a lifestyle that we have adapted. The reason I do these videos is because I want you to have the choices in life at the same level of health that I'm blessed with. I can't treat you any different than I treat my own brother or sister. I feel like I have to fill you in and make your own decisions. Chiropractic is based on simple anatomy, physiology, and a simple truth. It has been said that simple truths are put here to confound the wise man. It just makes sense to me, and I hope it just makes just as much sense to you. So go on in, go get your exam. This is your chance to fill us in on what's been going on in your body. Ask any questions, ask all your questions that have come up for you. This is your body. You get choices to take care of it. We're never gonna tell you to just trust us. We want you to be part of this. This is a participation sport. We care about you. And we're so honored that you've chosen us to be your doctors. Have a great, great day. Thank you.